I'm Mitchell Levy, global credibility expert. And I just want to say, Troy Holt, thank you so much for asking that question, for allowing us to be able to view and get a response based on what you said. And the question is,
well, Mitchell, first of all, I want to say thank you for the opportunity to allow me to be with you and have this dialogue. But the question, that we were kind of talking about, what is it that constitutes a leader? Sometimes people don't think that they're a leader because they look at it as a position. So what would you say to people who looks at it as a leader?
it's a great question. And there's so many people in life who are not leaders, who don't call themselves leaders, who don't focus on leading. And I want to give you an axiom that I heard once. I wish I could give attribution to it. Is you are either leading your own life, or you're leading and playing by somebody else's playbook. And so the question I want to ask you is, don't you want to lead your own life? Whether or not there are many people who you are physically called a leader with, the point is, if you love who you are and you love what you do and you're leading by just sharing and being you. And those people who follow are following because they're enjoying who you are and what you do. And you're not a leader does not necessarily mean somebody who leads in every situation, right? So what constitutes a leader? It's someone who is, that's a great response. It's someone who's worthy of following. It's someone who, from a credible perspective, and I almost changed the question to say what constitutes a credible leader, but I just want to say what constitutes a leader. It's someone who actually is credible. It's someone who has the intent and commitment to do the right thing, a feeling about what the right thing is, even if the leadership is, hey, what are we eating for dinner, or where are we going to go out, or what are we going to do today, or what is this project all about, or our client needs something, we don't have anyone in the organization who could do it, maybe I can help. And I don't care about being called leader, but I want to help solve this particular issue that's come up. Having a good culture inside your company is allowing anyone who wants to step up to lead to be able to lead. So what constitutes a leader? It's someone who's credible. It's someone who, as I mentioned, the intent and commitment to do the right thing, but it's also somebody who doesn't have all the answers, right? In the old days, the definition of a leader is somebody who they have all the answers. Now, it's quite possible that the leader is the person who makes the final decision. It's that person who gets all the information they can from as many different resources as they can, and ultimately is responsible, if it's the CEO of the company, ultimately is responsible for making that final decision. The leader's certainly responsible for that. But the leader doesn't actually have to be a leader by title. The leader is a leader by action. So what's one of the problems with being a leader by title? If you're feeling like because you're a leader by title, people are going to follow because you have the title, you may end up getting caught in a lot of dubious behaviors, dubious activities that don't allow you to lead in such a way that we're calling for in today's world. The great resignation is leading to the great restructuring, the great rehiring. And those people who are being hired, you need to retain them. You need to get them excited about being part of the company. They're only going to join if they get excited about it. They're going to stay if they continue to be excited about it. How will they get excited about it? Well, they need to be part of the entire company. They need to feel like they can lead on areas they have expertise. They need to feel like they can grow. And so as a leader, CEO, or any of the executive staff, the ability for you to be coachable, the ability for you to actually be vulnerable enough publicly to go, hey, I don't know if I know the best answer to this question right now. Is it possible that we get together, and if you know more, you can share. Let me gather up as many resources as I can. Let's do as much as we can so we can get the best answer possible. And leaders, whether or not it's by title or not by title, are people who are taking charge. So don't you want to be a leader of your own life? Because if you're not a leader of your own life, that means somebody else is leading it. That means somebody else is has created the blueprint in which you're living your own life. When you reach your deathbed, whenever that is, you're going to be disappointed by that things that you didn't want to do, that other people encouraged you to do because it was their definition of leadership. Where if you can find a way to get excited about things and do those things you're excited about, and to focus on an area, an opportunity where you're leading your own life. Now, by the way, in the business space, if you're leading by doing the things you love, I typically will call this the CPoP. If you have a CPoP, a customer pointed possibilities, and you're doing things in such a way, you've got the playground you play in, that people get attracted to you and you love what you do, you're leading. Now, when people get attracted to you do enough and they want to pay you, you're running a business. If you have an existing company and your focus is to be of service to your clients, part of leading is questioning, it's listening, it's focusing, it's hearing what not just the pain points and aspiration points are today, but how they change over time as the world continues to change around it. So what constitutes a leader? If you go through the 10 elements, the 10 core components of credibility, a leader is someone who's credible. A leader is somebody who really focuses on being of support and of service, who wants to share other people's ideas and actions. This is spreading Credust, who really shares their stage, who also shows respect for other people by coming early, coming prepared, coming with their heart. The definition of a leader from my perspective, if when you walk into a room and you gravitate to somebody and they feel like they're the right person to lead at the time, not by any title at all, but by the fact that they, inside their heart, you feel their passion. If you feel their passion and you know they're the right person to lead, then you let them lead. And so I want to ask you, in the things that you're passionate about, the things that you're focused on, where are areas that you should just be a leader? Where are areas where you can be the one responsible for helping other people grow, learn, helping other people reach some of the goals they need to reach, whether or not you have that as a title, whether or not you get paid for that or not, that is what makes you a leader. And if you do it in environments where there's a strong demand, that's where as a leader who gets paid for it. Inside corporations, the leader is the person who has people following them, not just because of title, but they're following because they believe in the character of the person that they're following. They believe in the intent and commitment of that person to do the right thing. They believe and are excited about the future that person is bringing to those around them. So I would like that to be you as well. To me, that's what constitutes a leader. Thank you so much, Troy, for asking me this question. I'm so glad I had the opportunity to answer it. So to summarize this session, what does it constitute to be a leader? The short answer, it's somebody who is credible and they are leading from passion. They're not leading from title. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We'll see you at the next episode of, actually either Leaders Living Their Values or on what I do here at DCE. All right, thanks. Take care, everyone. Bye now.